Hey, how's it going guys? My name is Daniel, aka HashLips, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to take a step back and see how you as an artist can upload your artworks onto Opensea, an NFT marketplace, and display them and sell them to the world. We are going to take the simple approach using Opensea to do this instead of deploying contracts. This video demonstration might seem simple, but it is very necessary to show people who are not technically skilled enough to code how they can upload NFTs to a marketplace and onto the blockchain themselves. Now, this will not be covering generative art, uploading tens of thousands of NFTs. If you want to watch a video that covers that, you can go to my YouTube channel and go ahead and watch the NFT masterclass over there. Other videos on my channel will show you how to use the HashLips art engine and a lot of NFT information in general to help you get into the NFT space. So go ahead and check them out. The videos on my channel range from being very easy to a lot more complex. And the reason is I want to cater for both parties, people who are very technically skilled and people who just want to upload NFTs. So let's jump into this video and see what we are going to be creating. So first of all, Opensea is the NFT marketplace where you can sell your digital assets, your NFTs. Now here we can see on the Explore tab that there are numerous beautiful NFT collections out already. And here's one of mine. It's called Eager Eye. Now I did this using code and deploying contracts, and Opensea is reading it from the blockchain. I'm going to show you how you can do the same thing but using Opensea to create your collection. So let's see what you'll need first. So going back to Opensea's homepage, we can see that we'll need the MetaMask wallet extension on Chrome. Now we need this extension with an actual wallet address because this is the address we will use to create the contract on through Opensea. You can also use different wallets to connect, but I prefer using MetaMask. The next step is to click on this profile icon. Now, if you've never connected to Opensea before, it's going to ask you to choose one of these wallets to connect with. So I'm going to choose my MetaMask wallet. It's going to ask me to actually go ahead and say next on the one I want to connect to. And I'm going to say connect. This will bring me to my profile. I'll need to accept and sign the Opensea terms and conditions. So once I've done that, I should be able to be in my account. Opensea now associates this wallet address over here that I've connected to as my profile. So you can also go ahead and click on settings and then update some of your profile's details. I'm not going to do that right now. It's not necessary. All I want to do is actually create a collection using this account. Before we carry on to the next step, we will actually need some artworks that we would like to upload, a banner as well as a logo. So I've got them over here. I actually got two artworks that I would like to upload. This one with the eyes as well as this eye with the red dot. And there's my banner as well as a logo. Now, as an artist, you most probably already have your artworks and you just want to create them into NFTs, so just have them ready. So the next thing we want to do is either create, so you can click on this button, or hover over your icon and go to My Collections. Once you click there, you will also not see any collections over here, but if you've created a collection before, this is where they will show up. In our case, we want to create a collection, so let's click on Create a Collection. And here you get a nice form, which is very self-explanatory, but we will go through it step by step. So the first thing you'll need is a logo image, and it is required. So let's go and upload our logo image. So let's add the logo, and Opensea does give you the recommended sizes over here. I do notice that for the big banner size, it's sometimes better to take a bigger size, otherwise it pixelates. But you can also upload a feature image. So I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to put the same logo. And then for my banner, I've made this nice banner over here. Now, only the logo is required, but it looks way more appealing when you have all three filled in. So next what we want to do is select an intuitive name. I'm going to call mine Red Eye because I'm pretty sure that hasn't been taken yet. And that seems good. And then we get to select a URL. Now, if you don't select this, Opensea is going to choose one for you. I want mine to be red-red-I. So you can do that and just check the availability. And that's fine as well. Add a description. I know everyone hates adding these big paragraphs, but please make it descriptive so that you can teach people what your NFT is about. Going down in the form, we can see we can select a category. Now mine is art, and if you're doing a generative collection, usually it will be collectibles. I'm going to make mine art. You can choose your category. Then add some links. Add your website, maybe to your portfolio, maybe add a Discord channel, and there's a lot of links you can choose from. I'm going to leave these empty for now. Then we get to the creator earnings. Now, this is the amount of royalties you want to take on each resale of this artwork. Now, you can push it up to 10%. I usually like to make it only 5%. And then it asks you to provide an address where these funds will be sent to. Now, I'm going to select our address that we have over here and paste it in there. Then you get to select a blockchain where this collection is going to be on. Mine is going to be on Ethereum, but you can also select Polygon using the same wallet. Or if you want to do Solana, I guess you can do Solana if you connect to a Phantom wallet. But we will stick with Ethereum. You can also add different payment tokens, but I usually leave it to default. For the display theme, this is how Opensea will render your NFTs. So I'm going to select covered. It just looks way more nicer in my opinion. Lastly, let's click on create. So we're going to click on create and create our first collection. Now this screen popped up for me, but don't stress. The collection is actually there. I think it's just like a redirect that might have happened. So that's fine. Just maybe refresh and you will see your collection over here. If you don't want to go directly to the link, you can always go to your My Collections and there it is. There are 0 items in there, but we can now go and click on it and add some items. Just on a side note, if you want to edit any of the information, you can click on the 3 dots and click on edit, and this should take you back to the page that we were busy with. So that is if you want to change your description or your name or anything like that. Okay, but we are not done yet. We need to upload our artwork actually. So we've got 0 items, but in our collection, we can now click on these 3 dots and click on add item. This will take us to the item page. To create an item, we need to start off by providing it some content. Now, I'm going to choose my actual man over here, but you can upload many different file types, such as PNG, GIF, and even 3D models. So that's pretty cool. We need to give it a name. I'm going to call this iMan. And if you want an external link to be added, you can add it here. Maybe you have a web page that describes this NFT. Again, add a description. Perfect. And then we can look at what collection we want to add this NFT to. Now we only have one, so we're going to select our red eye, and we get to choose multiple different properties and stats for this NFT. Now, as an artwork, it doesn't really make sense for me to add some stats, but you can. You can add a property, give it maybe a type, such as, I don't know, medium. And for the name, you can then make it ink, right? So you can do that. You can add different levels, or you can add even more stats here. For an artwork, I don't feel that is really necessary. The unlockable content field is quite interesting. If you tick this on, you can put a secret message, an access token, all these kind of cool links in here that someone will only be able to see if they own the NFT. It's not that necessary for our case, but you can do that. Are there any explicit content in here? No, so I'm not going to tick that on. And then we get to the supply. So the supply indicates the amount of NFTs that will be available of this particular image. Now think of this as an edition if you are a normal print artist. From this print or from this artwork, I want there to be 10 available. So 10 of these artworks over here will be available for me to sell under this collection. So I'm going to leave this at 10 and then click on create. Let's verify we are not a robot. And then we probably need to confirm some stuff. So let's see what happens. Let's say everything should go fine. And yay, our I-Man was created. Now, this is the individual piece. And automatically you can see that there are 10 of these owned by you, technically owned by me. And they fall under the Red Eye collection. So if I click there, going to the Red Eye collection, you can see that there is the I-Man. We can also see that we have got one item and there's only one owner. So the more people that buy your artwork, which we'll get to in a second, the more owners will show up. But this looks a bit bland, so let's add another NFT. Again, click on the dots, add item. Then let's select our image too. We are going to call this image maybe I, and give it a description. This is the correct collection. And this supply, I only want to make 5 available. If you leave this at 1, there will only ever be one of these images available, truly making it a non-fungible item. But I like the concept of editions because there's more available of one. It's more true to how an artistic collection or editions work. So let's go ahead and create our second item. And there we go. We've got 5 and I own all 5. Now let's jump back to the collection. We can see we got 2 items, 1 owner, which is me. That is very cool, but not as cool as selling them. Now, how do we sell these NFTs? Well, you can click on one. So for instance, I'm going to click on the I-Man, and then I'm going to click on sell up here. Putting these items now up for sale is very straightforward, but it does include a cost. It does include a small fee that we'll need to pay to sign a transaction to put these available for Opensea to sell. So in our MetaMask, we'll need to get some funds in here. So I'm going to go ahead and send some funds to my wallet and then get back here. Luckily, we're only going to have to pay this amount once to approve and then only sign from there on out. So we don't have to do this every single time. Imagine that. So I've sent myself some Ether. I'm just waiting for the transaction to come back. Now, just on a side note, if you go to the Ethereum scan.io, etherscan.io, you can see gas tracker. If you go to this website and you look at the Gwei amount, the lower this amount is at any given time, the cheaper it will be for you to verify this transaction over here. Anyway, but let's see if we received the Ether. And indeed, we have $50 in Ether. That should be good. Now, let's look at these fields. Here, we get to select how many we want to sell. And for what amount, we want to sell 2 items. Now, that's a bit confusing. So I'm going to say I would like to sell one of these items for 0.05. Once I'm happy with that, you can select the duration of the sale. I generally leave these things as they are. And then I go and click on complete listing. Now the first thing that needs to happen is that we need to initialize our wallet. And this fee you'll only have to pay once. So I'm going to say confirm. And once this is done, once it's confirmed, it's going to ask us to approve the sale. And then it should be all good from there on out. So let's give it a second to go into the second step. And then we can complete our listing. So now for the next step, you can see here's the last transaction that we'll need to sign. You can click on this very last arrow so it goes to the bottom. And once we have signed this, our listing should be complete. And there we go. We got the confirmation. So now if we go back to our item, we can see that someone can buy this, one of them for 0.05 Ether. We can also see here at the bottom that there's only one for sale. Now we still have 9 left. Let's go and sell another one for 0.05 Ether. That is fine, one of them. And let's click on complete listing. This time we should not be able to pay or should not have to pay that fee. So as you can see, the only thing we need to do now is sign, and it should automatically list it. So technically it cost me $30 to get this item on the blockchain and create our collection. Now you might ask me, what about my eye? Well, you can sell this one too, and you don't need to pay that as well. So just to show you, if you go and list one for sale, you do not need to pay that initialization fee again. It will automatically go in the confirmation stage, even for your other NFTs as well. And that's how cool it is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can go and brag to your friends and tell them that you have an NFT collection. So go out and make some NFTs, have some fun, and if you enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up, a comment below, and subscribe. You do not want to miss out on valuable content in the future. Cheers for now.